We knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico, expose these clowns.
Testing 1, 2. Welcome to the Freddy Chico show. Appreciate everybody that's in the room. Came in the beginning. Deny, I see you. Walter, Ahmed, Dap, Patricia. Appreciate all y'all. Do me a favor, let people know we are here. We're not on my timeline. We are on the actual Freddy Chico show page. And I appreciate all the feedback I got and all the participation on the post. Some of them were quite interesting. But I want to. Yes, sir. Some of them was kind of wild. And we're going to talk about all those things. Because this is something that, I don't know, people have a wide range of opinions on. What's going on, Ahmed? And also I want to introduce a new, I haven't got the screen for it, but I'm working on that. But want to introduce a new concept for the show. In the beginning of the show, the first 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to have represent your city. Let me know where you're from, where you're coming in from, from checking in from, and tell me a little bit about your city. So that's going to be something we're going to start doing as well. So, appreciate that, Dap. So tell me where you're from. Who's representing where? I know most of y'all where y'all represent, but wanted to let y'all have your, time to shine. Tell everybody where you're coming from. Like, this is live and this is gonna be recorded. So rep your city. It's rep your city time. He said Slab Town. Hush with your fake Fayetteville. I hear you, fake Fayetteville. Welcome back, Deny. I see you over there. Like I said, we're in Rep Your City portion. Let me know. Lysandra, welcome. This is Rep Your City. Tell them where you're from, where you're checking in from. My YouTube people, hold on 1 second. Trying to figure out why it's not letting me go there. There we are. Okay, nobody in there right now. The real ones in NC. I know where you're going with that. Um, that's it. Just Slabtown and fake Fayetteville. Nobody else want to rep. It's okay. Got you. Harlem, New York, by way of Vegas. Tony the Storm is in the building. Rep your city. Oh yeah, let me sorry. I need to while y'all are repping, I need to get my invites out. Atlanta. All right. Hello, Atlanta. Can't find this guy. Oh, there he is. Okay. It's at High Desert, California. Oh, wow. Okay. Wherever that is in California. And for those, like I said, just want to give you a heads up. If you are not seeing when I go live, it's because you have not gone to the page and hit the notifications on there. What you need to do is when I post, I put a post on there. If on the right hand side it doesn't say liked, you need to click like on it, and it typically will do all three. It'll do the like, follow, and notifications on. Which is a clue when people don't get notifications, they clicked it off. You know what I mean? Welcome Chanel. Welcome Vaughn. Rep your city. Aishan, what's good? Represent your city. This is represent your city portion of today. Before we get into the topic, just want to give y'all an opportunity to tell me where y'all are checking in from. Brooklyn's in the house. Okay, what's going on? What part of Brooklyn? Appreciate y'all checking in. You know, he's an honorary ATLian now, but yep, he's coming by is coming by way of Atlanta, but originally from Brooklyn. What's good, Vaughn? I see you. I appreciate you. Like I said, check out and make sure you have the notifications on so that it should pop up when I'm live. Alexandria, Louisiana, by way of Vegas. Okay, Alexandria, isn't that close to New Orleans? Is it just cruising in the ATL SWATs? I know about that. College Park, East Point, Bankhead, what have you, Campbellton Road, that kind of thing. But that's where you represent from. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody, tuning in. Hey, invite somebody. I know somebody, somebody that has an opinion on this, one way or the other. But the topic tonight is if a man finds out he is not the father, what should he do? He said no more honorary ATLians. Well, I don't want to be no honorary ATLians, He said we full, Vaughn. No more vacancies. So, and like I said, I'm gonna continue sending people invites to try to let them know that they have not done their part, and also for those who don't know, I do have a shop, so I appreciate everyone's support who has supported me in this at the FreddyChicoShow.com/shop. Check your boy out. See what I got in there and support your boy. I'm not a beat around the corner type person. I am a straight shooter, so they say a closed mouth don't get fed. Appreciate your support. And this helps fund all this stuff here. This stuff ain't cheap. You say I got 30 years in. You talking about we full? Yeah, you've been here a while. Brownsville, okay. Oh, come on, East New York. Brownsville Projects. Know all about that. Appreciate that, Vaughn. You said we add to the culture. Gotcha. Jackson, what's going on? Appreciate your brother coming in. We are talking about if a man finds out he is not the father, what should he do? Oh, in Baton Rouge. Gotcha. I see you, Chanel. Had a lot of comments in there talking about it depends on the time. If they find out early, it makes a difference versus you finding out and they're teenagers. You spent a lot of time, invested a lot in this child. What would you do? Or what should he do if it's been a lot of time invested? Yeah, Grady, baby. Yeah, we ready, man. Send out some invites to people. Let them know that they're missing out. Deny, get your peoples in here. Chauncey, get your peoples in here. Tony, I haven't seen Tony kind of quiet. Did he bounce? Or he probably got his own watch party. Understand if y'all do create a watch party for this, I will not be able to see their comments. So I requested y'all send the invites so they can come here so I can respond, because that's what type of show I got is we respond back and forth. It's interactive. It's not just me talking, y'all listen. It's like y'all talk, I listen. It's a back and forth. It's a us show. It's not a me show. I know it's my name on there, but it's a us show. He said, leave immediately. And I'm pretty sure he said immediately. But tracks like the DeLorean, as long as you have a flex capacitor, you know what I'm saying, going 88 miles an hour and 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. Said I feel a man should step up to the plate even though he's not the father. It's interesting you said that because somebody else said that, Chanel, in the post. And my question is, why is the phrasing step up? You know what I mean? Because to me, there's also a phrasing that could be like step down. You know what I mean? It's like it's an honorable thing to step up when you're being duped by somebody. So I'm trying to figure out how to look at it in a better way, a nicer way. Like, step up mean like you did something wrong, and you're stepping up to hold yourself accountable. But if you ain't do nothing wrong, I don't see how that's stepping up. He said because it wasn't the child's fault, so that shouldn't make you treat them any different just because you're not the father. I guess I could see that in a way where you're talking about you shouldn't treat them any different. You shouldn't treat them any different than any other child. You're not taking any other child in your house. I mean, it's not nice to, have them be out in the cold, but I'm not taking in strays. So what's the difference? With a woman, regardless of how long they've been together, she needs to get the boot. If the child is young, leave. If the child is older, then remain like the father to the child, but boot the mother. There you go. I'm with that. I'm definitely with that. My relationship with the child does not change, but I'm out. Okay. It ain't my fault. Okay, Silk the Shocker. For real. So I can understand, from the father, not the step it up thing, but I can understand from the father's perspective that the investment, time, the love that they have for a child that they thought was theirs, it's hard to erase that or, the desire to want to continue that. No knock on it. But don't say it's stepping up. Don't say it's do the right thing. Be the bigger person when the other person is a crappy individual. You know what I'm saying? If you lied, it's your fault. So step up and explain your behavior to your child if at the age of understanding. True. You know what I mean? Because and correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the time when these things happen, like on Maury, they don't dog the woman out. Now they have all this energy for the dude in the beginning. Oh, you need to step up. You need to handle your responsibilities. You need to do this and that. You're a terrible human being. You are not the father. Oh, it's okay. Let's. She runs out crying. I can't believe I'm not the child. He's not the child's father. I've been lying this whole time, even though I was 1,000% sure. Excuse me. All this stuff. They don't have that. They don't boo her. They don't say, "Oh, you foul for lying to that dude." Nah, none of that. Nope. It's totally fine. Hey, Yolanda, welcome. He said, a man that does it should get all the praise because they don't have to. There we go. Yep, and I'm on the side of your hubby. Yeah, I remember what you said earlier. It's like, I'm out. Exactly. The woman lied, so she needs to explain why she was sleeping with multiple people so close to each other that she didn't know who the father was. Exactly. And a lot of them claim they don't know. Yeah, they know. But then again, like you said, if it's so close that you don't know, don't front like you do. You know what I mean? Because how frequent? It's like the next day. Because I think sometimes it can be up to 2 weeks. So at the most, a 2-week span, and you don't know. Yeah. What does that say about your character? Because all these people talking about I wait 3 months, I wait 4 months, I wait blah blah blah, and you having that many partners in that small of a time, and you just met them. Come on, son. Aishan says, I'm actually in a situation I found out right after her second birthday, but because she had my last night stayed, now her mother decided to get with the biological father, and I have pretty much been kicked to the curb after I put in all that time and effort. I still have the door open if she wants to interact, but I don't stress it. I really can't totally separate because my other kids don't know the truth. Oh, man. That sucks. But that's a foul individual. Bottom line, that's a foul individual. What's going on, Peter? I appreciate you in the room. Top shelf in the building. It's crazy how women want a man to be a man but not be called a whore in the same breath for her actions. Then say man not right like the children's mother wasn't the one who created the dad through a lie. Bottom line, I gotta give you some props on that one. Because he said, if she's a hoe, she's a hoe. It is what it is, right? If you have taken care of a baby and you find out years later it's not your child, I don't think you should stop being there for the child. You don't have to be the biologist to still be there for the child. Now, each situation is different, and all will not handle this situation the exact same way. Yeah, and like I said, I can agree to a certain point on that, but when you have a judicial system that's already favoring the lying mother, that's just going to be more of a problem for that guy who's not the biological child, because on one breath they're going to you're 100% responsible financially, but she's 100% in control authoritatively. That don't make any sense because you're not technically the biological father. I'm just saying, I only speak what I know. When you date a woman with a child for a length of time and she decides to leave, the relationship you built with that child is over, or she has the right to ride out because that ain't your child. So where's the accountability? Exactly. Especially this fact, the difficulties of dating somebody with children that are not yours is that right there. Because you technically don't have. But then again, also people just think that women have just a higher connection with children or authority with the children, that the guy is actually just begging just to be in the presence kind of thing, which is dysfunctional. But I hear what you're saying, Vaughn. Man, I'm chilling, Peter. I'm still waiting on that call, homie. No pressure, no pressure. But you're not gonna trap me or them kids. Call their daddy. And that's the other thing. When they talk about this stuff about it stepping up, what about the guy that actually is the father? Are they asking him to step up? He may not even know. What about? Oh no, because that'd be the opposite. What about the opposite of that, where it's like, dude never knew, and the child is like, almost 18, and pissed at the guy because the mom lied and told him, he didn't want nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? But he said he cuss her behind out and kick rocks. Okay, I see you. He said all bets are off. Yeah, the kids may be hurt, but that's their mom's problem. Okay, it's too hard to give a woman that much power over your life, and it's not even yours. I wouldn't have stayed till I knew any way I'm street. Y'all talking that suburbs mess tonight. Oh, hush the storm. But you do bring up a good point. I had an experience, and I'm being a little transparent on this one. Dating somebody who had two rugrats. And I say rugrats because, well, one rugrat, the other one wasn't. But didn't want no parts of me. Tied, his loyalties were to his dad. But at the end of the day, when I cut things off, or when we mutually, I guess, cut things off, he didn't want to cut it off. Now, like, you the main one that didn't like me. But he doing investigative stuff to find my number just to try to keep in contact with me. And I'm like, sorry, me and the mom ain't working out. I don't have no angst against him, but, it'll be something where, when you become an adult, yeah, we can kick it. But, yeah, that's between you and your mom. And I was cool with him. I ain't had no angst with him at that point. He said some women know that, and that's why they wait. Okay. I have 6 children now. 2 of them have adopted. My sister died. I stepped in. That's admirable. In the reflection of a woman, they're saying the woman stepped up. Gotcha. And became their mother, although I didn't actually give birth to them. You have a son. He was 3 years old. Now he's 25. Got a daughter. She was 2 months. Now she's 22. Your mommy, the biological father, never stepped up. But I didn't ask him to. I raised him like I gave birth to him. You don't have to be the biological parents to be a mother or a father. That's the way it should be, Yolanda. That's the way it should be. Facts on women think they're more parent than the father, which is garbage. Big time. Big time. Yes, it's definitely a sad case. I have a friend who, with his wife, had 5 children. Well, 1 out of 5 was actually his. That is crazy. 1 out of 5 was his actual biological child, but he raised all 5 kids. However, the kids were just as angry when they found out this was back in 2002, and the children knew their mother has been living a double life. Wow, but didn't know that the other guy was their biological father. The oldest child was 16, the youngest was 6 at the time. He left her. His ex-wife, now all the kids left with him and rebuked the biological father. They don't want to have to anything. I can understand that because he was the stand-up guy, and the other guy wasn't, and the mom wasn't. They don't want to have anything to do with their mother and their biological. I kudos that. Wish them the best of. Wish them the best. Best of luck. All that good stuff. How about? How about using condom and birth control until you're ready to have kids in a stable environment with 2 parents? Also, outside of first is the ability to have children later in life, i.e. 30s versus 20s. Yeah, I agree. That's, using common sense and all that and intelligence. But how many people have common sense? It's not that common. How many people have intelligence? That's what I'm trying to change, and, educate people. While I'm educating myself. So I'm not saying I'm a know-it-all, but yeah, I agree with you, Vaughn. That is true. That society thinks women have a better connection. That post that I tagged you about the women asking if the father could take care of their kid unassisted is garbage. Yeah, exactly. All these, commercials acting like men are incompetent when it comes to parenting and women are such experts. Please, come on. Some women have these kids waiting on their king. You stupid. Um, then the same women want to have the nerve to not want to discipline their kids that you want to be the father too, and use your money, to keep her mistakes fed, still look like she's a mother, but tell the man not to lie to her kids and don't lie about no Santa Claus, but tell them you're your daddy. Yeah, that is crazy. But what up, Chauncey? Chauncey's in the building. Truth hurts. Um, in the end times, there will be 7 women to 1 man. They'll say to the man, "We can feed ourselves, but give us your name to hide our shame." Oh, did you just break out scripture on me? That sounds scriptural. Um, you said you raised your son alone. Okay, single father, do your thing. So I have no sympathy for a weak woman that can't. Exactly, but they say you don't exist, Tony. Only women know how to take care of a child by herself. Men need women's instruction. What's going on, Kathy? Um, welcome, welcome. We are talking about if a man finds out he is not the father, what should he do? Yes, sir. Always scripture. Okay, hey, I ain't no rookie at this. I might not be a Bible scholar, but I know a little something. He raised all of them. All are grown, and he's still the dad. He's the only parent they know. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Um, Little commercial break here.
We knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico, expose these clowns.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will. Some stepdads treat their kids better than their biological fathers. And I know plenty of people, so I know I'm not alone. When they have kids, they don't even bother. Too much hassle. I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice. Um, you know, and everyone has a right to do that. If that's not your chase, as a young buck, that was my vision, but I have since changed, and people who know my story, know that it's a little different. But so they always say something don't exist when we don't want them. Yeah, that's that one thing where they're like, "Oh, men are intimidated by me." No, they just don't want you. That's not intimidation. They're just like they're not attracted to your mess. Um, oh, and this is the part about my situation that makes me giggle every day. Her oldest daughter and my daughter's names are basically my name, but with a female twist. So she has to say my name whenever she talks to him. You stupid. Um, cool, cool. He says Chanel. We call them simps. What you talking about? The stepdads or the biological fathers not doing what they supposed to? Isaiah 4, verse 1 through 5. Gotcha, gotcha. Appreciate that, my scripture brother. Okay, yeah, you forgot to tag him, man. Said definitely true. Some people have a fetish for losers. Then when the consequences come, wants a winner to fix it. Absolutely, and I'm not the one. Nope, 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 nope. They feel they need to feel special, so they want to act like they're doing the impossible, and men can't do it. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Stepdads have no right, so a man that chooses to be a stepdad, that's his happiness, but don't say because of the kids. They are not your kids, so no pain in that. Real is real. Let the guilt be with the parents that's lying. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Forgive the clicking. I'm sending invites. I don't mind if y'all do the same. Somebody bring one person in. Just bring one person in there. And say, yo, like Tony does, bring one person in and say, I brought that person in there. I appreciate it. Look how Zion Mama did his stepdad at the draft. Didn't even acknowledge him. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's some clown stuff right there. Is it because he wasn't there or whatever? Um, but I don't know that story. I was dealing with this one man and ended up seeing another man. What? I had sex with this one guy once and was dealing with the other guy more. So I found out I was pregnant. I thought it was the guy I had been dealing with the most. I kept asking the guy to take the DNA, but he didn't do it. I didn't. Then I left the state to get custody of the sister children. Man, that's a long story. Told my husband all. So wait a minute, you were cheating on your husband? That your 2-year father hasn't stepped up. So ex-husband stepped in, but after the divorce, ex-husband tapped out on me and 6 children. So the daughter kept. So I knew there was more to your story. Then I did search and found him. Daughter was 16. Told him, man, out of respect for him, I want a DNA. I did the DNA and found out he wasn't her father. But I couldn't even remember the other guy I did. Oh my goodness. Now I was only 22, young and dumb. I found the guy on Facebook and told him I believe he's my daughter's father. Now, he is the father. He said no bad blood and respect me. He came to Alaska, finally accepted my daughter. And friends and tired. The other guy that I lived in Tennessee, he's not the father. He said it's okay. He loved and respected and got great friends. We talked twice a week and left yesterday. Young, crazy things. Both men said they know what kind of woman I am and they respect me. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. Jose is back in the building. He taught Zion the game. Wow. Okay. I'll have to look into that one. He was at the table with him. Wow. Got you. Yeah, they're clowns. I got some other people I'm dealing with right now that um yeah, I don't know. They just assume that they can impose their will and get shocked when I let them know who I am. Introduce myself. What's going on, Franklin? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. No, I wasn't married. He was only 22 and hadn't even got with the ex-husband when this happened. Gotcha. Um, can't relate to that type of lifestyle, but I appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate you sharing. Women of today see a dummy as a stepdad. They already know the man cares, and they use that as fuel power and help his so they can get on their feet to either leave with no regrets or worse, make a man waste his life on kids that can do whatever they want to only him with no repercussions. Gotcha. Pam, welcome, welcome. Appreciate that, Tony. The world is in trouble because some people reproduce way faster than people who think. That is true as well. That is absolutely true. Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to be like I'm judging anyone because there's plenty of mistakes that I've can literally say, whew, I'm glad I didn't feel the brunt of that. So I'm never going to be like, oh, I don't understand why y'all made these bad choices. Because everybody's made at least one bad choice in their life. But when we have these situations where the woman is having sex with multiple men, and then like I seen on the shows, they want a particular person to be the father, and end up being the rug rat that ain't got no job, don't want to do anything with their life, and the guys that they want don't want nothing to do with them because now you found out the girl is not faithful. It was like, sucks to be you. You should have made better choices. Eugene, Tyrone, and Shamika. I've seen her before, right? Okay. So I know a stepdad who took care of a kid that wasn't his for years, but when the mom cheated and got divorced, she filed support and initially got it. Yeah. Yep. Um, he said I was living in Tennessee. I was in a relationship. I was dealing with one man. I think the message was misunderstood. I wish I could call in and explain it more. Okay, maybe we'll do a show on something like that in the future, and we'll do a collab on that one, Yolanda. And that way you can because sometimes some stuff does get lost in the text. And you did write a lot, so I definitely can see if I can get you on the schedule. Hey, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Appreciate that. Is that Patricia in the building? Jason, what's going on, sir? Check out the topic tonight. We're talking about if a man finds out he is not the father, what should he do? And I appreciate anybody. Well, I appreciate everybody sending one invite to somebody to bring them in. I appreciate the support. This is what I am trying to create is a dialogue that allows us to learn from each other. And the more we reach out, the more we can resist manipulation by wicked and con artist type individuals. That's why it's best to be loyal. Stop trying to smash everything in sight. There you go. Absolutely. He said we understand just fine. Vaughn, you a nut. Yeah. I mean, like I said, me and you have gone back and forth, and that is fine. You do not have to think like me, but you do have to think. And regardless if we strongly disagree with each other's positions, as long as we have that respect, like, hey, just agree to disagree. That's your thoughts or that's your perspective. It worked for you. I can't, I shouldn't, have anything else to say. I don't have the right to impose my thoughts on anybody, and no one has the right to impose their thoughts on me. I know, he's messing with you, Yolanda. But it's alright, Yolanda, with the E. But as I said, it all depends. I'm sure it'll be so very upsetting. Hopefully, all will do what's best for the child. However, if the child support has been paid, it should be repaid by the woman. There you go. That's not talked about. That last little part right there. It should be repaid by the woman. They love to be like, okay, these guys aren't paying child support. But if a woman get put on child support, are they paying? Absolutely not. I know people. They're not trying to pay a dime in child support if they have a vagina. I'm just saying. But for the guys, oh, you're the biggest deadbeat, taking your license away, throwing you in jail, a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, shut up, Walter. Did somebody hijack Walter's account? He got hacked. Walter got hacked. Let me go ahead. I haven't used this in a while. Walter, you brought this out. Boo! Yes. Men rarely even go after terrible mothers for trying. I mean, it's rare. Yep, absolutely. Because then that's all the stuff that we're brainwashed too. Is like we always wanted to give them an escape route. Oh, let's not be that mean to them when they're ready to, as one person put, die slow. Kill them slow. They're not doing that same. They don't have that same energy for when it's time for them to pay up. Is it true? But sad but true. But plus, courts are biased in favor of women. You are speaking volumes right there. I'm telling you. It is absolutely true. That's something that needs to be fixed. So yeah, that was for Patricia. Um, you know, yeah. So you're so real. Don't change that attribute, Queen. Like for real. That needs to be taught because there's so many. Um, what is that nasty looking girl, Lizzo's out there that people really need to see females actually speaking intelligently, as you are doing tonight, Yolanda, Patricia, Lizandra, Chanel. We need intelligent females out here representing. Um, is Kathy still in here? I'm not sure. But definitely appreciate y'all. Franklin, you've been kind of quiet. What's going on, man? Just taking it all in. Definitely, Patricia. My oldest daughter's father was in the Navy. Okay, cool. And he thought the baby he had with another woman. Once it became pregnant, he found out the child wasn't his, and they were taking child support from his pay. Till this day, he still feels the pain. He forgave the mother and moved on. It was sad in the beginning, and he didn't treat her any different when he found out the child wasn't his. So each individual situation can be totally different. I agree. All right, no worries, no worries. You want to make sure everything cool. She try. Yeah, Cardi B tries to be intelligent, but it's not easy. I said keep trying, keep trying. Um, yep. Listening is very important. Intelligence is one thing we need real women because a person be intelligent still not be a real woman. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. To me, there's still the brainwashing or the cultural training where women are not supposed to be intelligent. They're supposed to say foolish things, i.e., what you see in reality TV all the time, and that's supposed to train other women to. That's what they're supposed to do because that's all the images they see is women acting retarded. So they feel that's naturally in them when they don't realize that's being implanted in their psyche to do those things. Most of these situations follow very similar patterns. To speak all the way. Co-signing Tony. Um, yeah, it's only. I would say, yeah, I agree with you, Patricia. It's only a part of it. It's not the whole thing. Gotcha. All right, so Patricia clarified what Tony was talking about. It is not the whole thing, but it is definitely a part. Because some people can't, master the English language, swear they're gonna teach somebody something. Like, oh, come on, you're missing a couple steps, you know. Um, and those are ones that can be easily manipulated to do anything. Like that clown. Somebody sent me um, a um, a post where this black guy basically said there was no such thing as white privilege, and I'm not gonna say his name. Some white people think that that's um okay to represent everybody because this one black guy says that, or this one black woman, Candace Owens, says some craziness that she's supposed to represent me. Well, I say at the same time, if she's supposed to represent me, then KKK represent you. Just because we got the same skin color, we don't think alike. But for some reason, certain people, and I know it's for a reason, because they don't want to acknowledge that's what they want to do. So they pay somebody or get somebody gullible enough or weak enough to say what they want to say and say, well, see, black people even believe it too. No, they don't. Just that corny dude does. Um, the reason we have Sister Mormon. Yeah, that one that she supported. And I actually was sitting in a Democratic meeting yesterday. And I was very sad to hear none of them could care less about men. None of them could care about men. It was always women and children. Well, I'm gonna do this for the women. I'm gonna do this for the children. And and this is what really pissed me off. It took the cake when I said, well, what benefits do y'all have, and why would a black man vote for Democrats? I'm trying to answer a question that people have for me, like, why should I vote for the Democrats? They don't care about black people. Their response was, well, we got something for prison reform. I'm not in prison. Why do I care about that? That's not gonna benefit me. That's the only thing you can come up with to help black men is, well, we got some prison reform. So if I'm unlucky and go to prison, maybe you might help me. But if not, you ain't got nothing for me. But please, thank you for your vote. I don't get out of here. But that's going to be another topic. When you build a relationship with a child, it's hard to just walk away from children you've been taken care of. I would still want a relationship with the children. I forgive the individual because God forgives us all of our shortcomings. What works for one doesn't work for all. Got you. The mindset is really important. The reason we have the system. Hey, Chanel, where's your boy at? Coolio. Get that dude in here. The reason we have the system support. Yeah, we said that. Like it's fair to ask a man to be real and loyal, but you have a whole baby. I do not understand this. Who came up with this? You have a whole dude. You have a whole baby. Like, is there like a half baby or 3/4 baby? I don't get it. He said shots fired. Let's see here. Kyrell, welcome. She can be very intelligent and still be dead wrong. Intelligence is great, but that doesn't mean you're right because you're intelligent. Many people are intelligent and are just as broken. Be intelligent without the ego. True. Selfishness. Told you. What you tell me? If we don't care about the men, that the entire black race will. Yeah, but ask Tyler Perry to care. Ask Steve Harvey to care. We must recognize the tricks devised to destroy the black family. Come on. Right, because they'll get one of us to kill one of us, and then just to say it was one of us. And we're dumb enough to follow it. Well, y'all are. I don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You said you third that. Okay. Tell him to get off that game. He got like 10 minutes and go back on the game afterwards. You know what I'm saying? What he playing? Call of Duty? Let me know if you know what he know about that Call of Duty. Oh, about the Democratic Party. Yeah, you did. You did call it. But you know what I said I'm about to do. You know, once this dang lockdown comes off, I'm going to light them all up. Because I tried to get my questions answered, and they kept skipping over me. So I got something for them. Because matter of fact, the girl called me today asking me, you know, if I wanted to volunteer to start calling people. Like, no, I don't want to volunteer to call people. Especially when y'all ain't going to answer my question. Like, you know, we ain't at that level yet. I need to get some more convincing before I tell somebody else to do something I'm not even confident in doing myself. It's like the only reason why I'm voting Democrat is because Republicans are retarded. But if they had any common sense of decency, I'd be a Republican. You know what I mean? It says some stupid game. Don't be calling it a stupid game because when you get off of there, you probably be playing the game right with them. You know, on that ball you was bouncing on that you took from your daughter or whatever. You know. But all right, go tell him. Tell him I said, Coolio, what up? So we got 10 minutes left. Typically, I take this time. If y'all have not registered on my website, please do so. thefreddychicoshow.com. So you can see the topics and submit topics. You have the ability to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Religious topics on Monday. Relationship topics on Wednesday. Friday is no holds barred. Today's Wednesday, so you know Friday. No holds barred topic. We are talking about the coronavirus. We're going to be talking about fact or fiction? Or the things you're saying, or you're hearing, real, or is it something, a scare tactic, or is there something else that's not being said that it's even worse than what they're saying it is? We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a research and have an explosive show on that. We ain't half stepping, and we knocking out all bums. You know what I mean? So I still have slots for topics, so I know y'all have stuff y'all want to talk about. Vaughn, hit me up. I haven't heard from you on that. Chanel, Jose, Patricia, Yolanda, Tony, come on. You be having some topics now. I just need you to submit them. Register on my website. Matter of fact, just to show me that you've registered, do me a favor and sign the guest book. Let me know you were there. Small 2-sentence, comment or what have you. Just let me know you were there. Appreciate it. And also, letting y'all know I do have a shop. Got about 20-something items on there. We've been growing. Let me know what you like. Stuff like this. Freddy Chico apparel, hats, snapbacks, hoodies. I got the face mask now. It ain't an N95 mask, but it's a mask. It should work, sufficient with going out in public. Okay, Patricia, but I need you to register on my website so that you can say some other stuff as well. Chanel as well. Do me a favor, and like I said, let me know y'all were there. Drop a comment in the guest book there. I'd appreciate it. And like I said, hey, I appreciate that, Vaughn. Hit me up. Let me know if there's something in the shop you don't see. I'll try to see what I can do to make it happen. And like I said, I appreciate everyone's support who has done it. The Walters, the D Smalls, my parents, my wife, my boy Jay Stroud. I mean, the minute I posted the shop, he was the first one in there. So I appreciate the support. It does not go unnoticed. And like I said, it does help keep this thing running. And appreciate that, Peter. Like I said before, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. And I'm trying to get people to be smart. To be smart. Always be smarter than your situation. You're never too big to learn. You're never too small to teach. I am, I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Regardless if I agree or disagree with you. Okay. And any last comments before we go off? Just want to see where everybody's at. Okay, cool. And also to let y'all know, I do have YouTube. So if y'all have problems with logging in here, check out the YouTube page. That's going to be, something in the future that I'm going to try to do both at the same time to facilitate more people. But that's, got to crawl before you walk, that kind of thing. Appreciate that, Patricia. Appreciate you, Yolanda. Tony, you said, how do stepfathers treat stepchildren? Hey, not here. Submit that topic to the website. It's an easy form just to submit that, and I'll put you on the calendar. And you'll be able to see it in the future to know when your topic is going to be on the show for that particular day. But other than that, also I got 6 more minutes. I'm gonna hang out with y'all for a little bit. I am going to stop right at 9 o'clock. So you see, all that comes down to only person with power, the mother. That's the only problem being a man. His say so is limited just as discipline. Okay. I don't think I missed anybody. Let me get this comment that Yolanda said. My question is, if you took on the responsibility of being a father to a child and you found that the child wasn't yours, I can understand the hurt and pain and dishonesty. However, if she truly thought you was a father, she only gave her truth. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that part. but you can be mad at her and all that, but don't walk away from the child because the child didn't do anything. I can understand that. Now, if you love your mate, you might can overcome this. Some men will forgive and continue to be there. Some will walk away. I learned that we all handle hurt differently, and how someone deal with their hurt, that's their business. I have prayed and supported many people that have been in this situation, support whatever decision they choose. Through this, I pray peace over all that have had this encounter. The part I disagree with is, however, if she truly thought you were the father, that's bullcrap. That's something to try to escape accountability. And there's no her truth. There's only the truth. Is that you know or you don't know. And if you foul, you can't sit there and say, well, I thought it was. This doesn't magically happen. You know, if you're engaged with one person, that's how you can thought you knew that was the father. And unless Jesus is coming, there ain't no way she ain't know or to give her truth. That's a mess. Said J-Rod, welcome. Better late than never. Told him to come in. Hey, Chanel, find out if he knows anything about Call of Duty and tell him to holler at me. I might send him an inbox message, see what's good. So all that comes down to person for the mother. That's oh yeah, you said that. But yeah, I welcome all comment, all topics and what have you. No topics off limits. We're knocking out all bums, and like I said, it's the ultimate thing is so that we can fellowship, network around this country, so people can stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You know, because they want a large population to be out there dumber than a bag of rocks, so they can manipulate them. I'm not with that. You know, one thing to have the knowledge, the next is to actually be able to apply it with wisdom. I'm not know-it-all. I don't know everything, but I just want to make sure people have the information so they can make a decision for themselves. Because at the end of the day, the consequences are yours, whether you choose good or choose bad. Not mine. So the choices you make, you the one you got to live with it, not me. Okay, so yeah, let me tell him I'm gonna inbox him my gamer tag. We're gonna see if we can get down with that Call of Duty. Now the new one that just came out, Modern Warfare. There he is. There he is. Welcome. Yo, and I don't want to murder your name, Kafanchia. Is that how you say it? Let me know what your and appreciate the follow on the show. Been in 2 seconds, you already know what to do. Appreciate that, man. Let me know what your gamer tag is. We'll get down on some Call of Duty. You know, Modern Warfare. Appreciate you coming in here. About to shut it down. Matter of fact, you know, me and my brother might be on it later. I don't know, but his mic ain't working too well. I don't like that. Patrick, Black Rose Hines, what's good? Do me a favor, y'all. Head over to the website, thefreddychicoshow.com. Register as a member. Submit your topics there. If you have something you want to talk about, I'm there. You know, I'll put it on the calendar. Religious on Monday. Relationship on Wednesday. Friday is No Holds Barred. Politics, racism, current events. You know, this Friday we're going to be talking about COVID-19. So let's get it. You know, no topics off limits. Okay, Mac Main 83. I'm gonna check that out. Hold on, let me write that down. Mac Main 83. All right, I'm gonna send you a friend request to see what's good. Call him Maine. Maine. All right, that New Orleans slang, Louisiana slang. Mac Main. Gotcha. Mac Main in the building. And appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support. Check me out on thefreddychicoshow.com/shop. Got some stuff in there. Hats, hoodies, jackets, joggers, face masks, cups. About 20-something items in there. So appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy. Got to get me in some Call of Duty. I will see y'all Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you'll have me on notifications so y'all can see when I go live. Love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. My name is Freddy Chico, and I'm out.
We knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico, expose these clowns.